Hey guys, we are back for our second workout of the week. This week we are going to be hinging, so we're going to have our warm-up, a strength piece and a little workout at the very end. So what you're going to need from me today is a little stopwatch or a timer. You're also going to need dumbbells if you have them. If not, a heavy backpack is perfectly fine also. So what we're going to start off with is our 27 good mornings, guys. We do these a lot because it gets you to work the inside or all the different parts of the hamstrings. So again, just like you would have done with your squats, guys, we're going to start off in a wide stance. We're going to start off with your toes turned out and we're going to go for a soft knee. And from here we swivel at the hips. Use your inhale on the way down. 1, 2, and 3. From here we'll straighten up the toes, again soft knees and hinge. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll drive those toes in, heels out. 1, 2, and 3. So from there, guys, we're going to bring it into a regular stance where you're going to have your feet a bit narrower, but we're still toes turned out, soft knees and hinge. 2 and 3. From here, toes straight. 2 and 3, and then the last one, toes turned in. Exactly same thing, guys. Make sure we're swiveling at the hip. I'm going to show you this side on. We don't want to have those knees coming forwards because then we're going to take the tension off the hamstrings. And then our last one, guys, is toes turned out, soft knee and hinge. And one last one. Now from here we'll go toes straight. And then we'll go toes out for me. So there we have it, guys. 27 good mornings. We should feel those hamstrings lighting up a little bit. And now from here we're going to work to get those lower abs fired up. So again, they are very important when it comes to correctly hinging. So we're going to look for you to create the most acute V that you can make. We want to keep your quads locked out, so no soft knees, straight legs, pointed toes. You can keep your hands on the floor and you're going to aim to hold this position for 30 seconds. So again, there's no point in having your legs up here if your knees are bent. Drop them a little bit, keep your legs straight, but try and get as upright as you can, squeezing the quads, pointing the toes. And again, that should be very, very challenging by the time you get to those 30 seconds. That's one round, guys. So once you've done your 27 good mornings and your V-sit, you're then going to repeat that 2 more times through. So 3 in total for the warm-up. So get your warm-up done, guys. Grab a drink, then come back to me and we'll go into the strength piece. Okay, guys, we should be ready to go again. So what we're looking for now is 5 rounds of the following. We're going to go RDLs, somewhere between kind of 10 and 15 reps. So I want your hamstrings to be really, really screaming by the end of this. So if you don't feel it at 10, keep going for another few reps and try and get those hamstrings really lit. Then we're going to go into a hollow and an arch again, get that midline super, super strong. If you don't have dumbbells, guys, then all you're going to do is you're going to have a really heavy loaded backpack and you're basically just going to hug, give your backpack a bear hug. And the Romanian deadlift or the RDL, it stays the exact same. If you have your dumbbells, then you're just going to hold them in either side. I'm going to show you side on. Feet underneath our hip. Big toe to the floor now. You want that weight on the front of your foot, guys. We don't want to be hanging out on our heels because we won't get the same amount of tension. Now from here, we're going to get the soft knee, drive the heel out and in through the nose. Breathe out through the lower abs. Take your time with it. Really feel the hamstrings lengthening and shortening. And keep staying within that inhale. So I've only done maybe 5 reps there and I can already feel my hamstrings and glutes lighting up. So After you've done your 10 to 15 RDLs, we're going to go into a hollow and an arch. So again, what we're looking for here with the hollow position, scale it to make it as appropriate for you, because if we try and do this in a version that's too advanced for us, we're not going to get any benefit from it. So what we want to see is the lower back on the floor, shoulders off the floor, legs straight, toes pointed. If that's a little bit too hard, then reach for your knees. If you feel like there's an arch in your lower back, we need to make that easier. So suck your belly button into the floor, reach for your knees. And then at this point, it still may be too challenging. So if that's the case, bend the knees a little bit so that we can maintain that ground contact with the lower back. So you're looking for 20 seconds here. If this doesn't feel really hard, you are not doing this well enough. You are not creating enough tension throughout your whole midline. So make this excruciatingly hard, guys. And then we're going to go into our arch. So again, feet together, toes together, hands out in front, elbows straight, everything as high as you can. And again, try not to have your hands here, right by your ears, because we are again trying to create as much tension throughout your body. So 20 seconds in the hollow, 20 seconds in the arch. That's one round. So you have your RDLs for somewhere between 10 to 15. We have our hollow and arch, and I want you to do that 5 rounds in total, guys. You can take a small little break in between, but just try and keep moving consistently throughout. You don't need a big lot of rest on this. So get that done, guys. Again, get a drink if you need it. And then for the workout, then what we will need is still our dumbbells or your backpack, but that should be it, and your watch, of course. Okay, so for today's workout, guys, we have 3 movements. We have a devil's press, we have a sit-up, and a press-up. So there's 2 pressing movements in there, so your upper body will get a little bit fatigued, as well as the hamstrings and the midline on this, which is all what we want to see. So with the devil's press, guys, we're going to do 21 devil's presses, 21 sit-ups, 21 push-ups. Then we're going to do 15 devil's presses, 15 sit-ups, 15 push-ups. Then we're going to do 9 devil's press, 9 sit-ups, 9 press-ups. So from here, guys, with the devil's press, what we're looking for is you're going to start off with your dumbbells in your hand, or if you have a backpack, it's the same thing. You just do your burpee onto your backpack. So from here, we're going to do a burpee, chest and thighs to the floor, jump your feet in. Now we go through the legs and we aggressively punch that weight overhead. So we want to go through the legs like a hinge so we can get those hamstrings working, and then use the hips to make the press as easy as you can for yourself. So I'm going to show you side on. Dumbbells to the floor. From here, jump the feet in, hinge, and aggressive punch. So 21 of those, guys. From there, we're into our 21 sit-ups. So with the sit-ups, if we need to make this easier, we use your hands and we whip them forward to give you that bit of momentum. If you don't need that help, if you've got a strong midline, keep your hands by your ears and just make it that little bit stricter, that you don't get the same amount of help from those arms. The third one then is your press-ups, guys. So if you have good press-ups, I want you to try and do these all without going to your knees. So that might mean you have to do them maybe in sets of 3, and that's fine. Think quality over the quantity here. So hands over your shoulders. From here, as you go down, you're going to breathe in through your nose. Elbows go back. Out through your mouth on the way up. Every time, keeping a strong midline. Don't let your hips collapse. And again, chest to the floor. If we need to make that easier, that's fine. What we can do is just drop to your knees. So the pressing mechanic is still the same. I still have a straight line from my shoulder to my hip, but now I'm going to breathe in through my nose on the way down. And I'm just taking a little bit less of the load. So again, take your time on those. Don't go to failure. If you go to failure, it's going to be very, very hard to get those arms to recover in time for our devil's presses. So we've gone through 21 devil's presses, 21 sit-ups, 21 press-ups. Then you need to do 15 of each, 15 devil's presses, 15 sit-ups, 15 push-ups, and then your final round is a set of 9s on each. So that is today's workout, guys. Pretty straightforward. Again, like I said, if you have a backpack, you just hold your backpack here, hold on to the side, your chest can stay over the bag. We go through our legs, and then again, same thing, we aggressively press it up overhead. But that is today's workout, guys. Best of luck with it, and I hope it goes well.